Hey everybody, it's Maggie. I wanted to come on here a few minutes early before we get started on Food Talk TV. You all know it's Friday, so we're going to be doing Foodie Friday. If you are vegan, today is your day. I've been getting some requests for more vegetarian and vegan recipes, so go ahead and tell your vegetarian friends we're doing eggplant today. I saw a recipe that I want to recreate, and y'all, I was missing one ingredient, so hopefully it arrives at the end. We need tahini for this recipe. So I'm also sharing on Instagram and TikTok, but unfortunately I can't see y'all's comments here. You can see me, but I can't see you when it's long form. What is it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I just like to come on. I like to come on before we get started on Food Talk TV. So if y'all see me looking at this camera, I'm not ignoring you. If we have any moderators here, just let people know. I like to go on before we go live on Food Talk, and then after we'll end it. So if you want to be in the chat, you can go over to TikTok, and the channel is Food Talk, like TikTok. So you can go on over there, and I'm supposed to be exclusive over there on Fridays when I stream. So yeah, let me get my apron on. Happy Friday. Hopefully you all are doing well and ready for hopefully a lovely weekend. I'm going to be traveling again. I'm flying to France tomorrow, so no streams tomorrow or next week. So if you like my travel content, you can always stay tuned because I post something every day if you want to know what I'm eating and doing across the pond. But let me get my uniform on. Come on in, everybody. And I started the dishwasher late, so hopefully you all can hear me over the dishwasher. Oh, it's always a struggle over here. It is just always a struggle. One of these days, I'll have my stuff together, and look, it's even backwards. Oh, y'all, telling you what. All right, let's try. I got this new apron. It's more feminine. It's just the knot in the back is bothersome. I'm becoming that old lady that complains all the time. All right, so let's get it together so we can make some eggplant stew. He calls it eggplant on steroids. Oh, okay, she responded. She got the tahini, y'all, so Instacart for the win. All right, so we got 1 minute. We are going to get started on TikTok. So again, hopefully everybody is doing well. Hopefully sound and everything is okay. Apologies for the dishwasher, but y'all know this is really me at home. All right, so all right, just getting myself together. I should have got, let me get a little bit of iced coffee. I've been waiting for this meal. All right, I'm just keeping an eye on my order. She said she'll be here soon. All right, everybody, it's Friday. It's 5 o'clock, so we're getting ready to go live on TikTok. Let me go ahead and give you the overhead view, and we will get started. All right, so apologies, I'll be repeating myself a lot. All right, come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie on Food Talk TV, the longest running live cooking show on TikTok. So I am going to be making eggplant for you all today once I get this so I can see your comments. Come on in, everybody. All right, if you like what we're doing, go ahead and tap the screen. And especially if you are team vegan or team vegetarian, today is your day. You can go ahead and share this out to your vegan friends. We have 0 likes. If you like vegetables, maybe you can tap the screen and let me know. All right, so come on in, everybody. We are making an eggplant stew, eggplant on steroids. So of course I'm pulling up on 2 wheels. I got fresh ingredients we're gonna prep for you. So we're gonna do some chopping and then we're gonna mix it all up. So I remember when I was in Egypt, I don't know if that was last summer, I had the best eggplant of my life. It was like roasted and I saw this Iraqi recipe. So I was like, we've gotta try it. Have I ever made it before? No. Why would I do that? I come in here live and try these recipes with you all, but we're going to try it together. Thank you all so much. For up to 200 likes. Let me go ahead and show you all what we are making, and then we're going to prep all of our ingredients, and then we're going to get started. And if you're new here, hi, I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content, and today I'm making a vegan stew for you all. So if you like vegetables, today is your day. If you are team savory, today is your day. All right, so we want to give credit to the original inspiration. This one comes from Chef Jay's kitchen. All right, so let's see.
It's absolutely delicious. Tangy, tangy, tangy,
I'm trying to repeat it for you. We got the remix.
Tangy, tangy, spicy, slightly sweet, with a hint of nuttiness from the tahini. Start by roughly dicing 2 eggplants into chunky cubes. If you don't like eggplants, I promise you won't even notice them. And sear them in a drizzle of olive oil for about 5 minutes. You want to get them nice and toasty. Push them to the side, then add a finely diced onion, a tiny amount of garlic, and 2 chopped tomatoes. Once the tomatoes are soft, mix everything together and give them a hefty pinch of salt, a touch of black pepper, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder, chili flakes, and a touch of sumac for a floral tang. Now for the magic of the recipe, drizzle a tablespoon of organic natural pomegranate molasses, like al-shara, and a tablespoon of tahini. Mix everything together and let everything get to know each other for a couple of minutes on low. Garnish with another drizzle of tahini, a touch of pomegranate molasses, some parsley, have it with bread, a cup of fruity pomegranate tea, and enjoy.
Okay, y'all, that was a lot. So we are going to make this eggplant recipe. Let me say thank you, Van Autry, for the badges. Thank you all so much. We're up to 600 likes. Come on in, everybody. It's Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making an eggplant stew. So if you're a vegetarian or vegan, today is your day. This is going to be a Middle Eastern recipe. He says it's an Iraqi recipe. I don't know, but it looks good. And I got some eggplant I want to use before I travel tomorrow. That's another little hack for you all. When you are traveling, try to go ahead and use up or freeze up or get rid of the produce that you have so you don't come back to you know what. Thank you, Bart, for the badges. Thank you, Mina, for the badges. Mary Lynn for the badges. Thank you all so much. If you have vegan friends, today is their day. Go ahead and share. If you like these type of recipes, we're going to clean off the counter. And as always, I'm pulling up on 2 wheels. We are expecting that tahini. I thought I ordered it. I don't have any. So it's on the way. And we're going to be using pomegranate molasses. I've never used that before. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I guess that's going to give us a little sweet and savory. I don't know. I'm very excited. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you so much. Robin says, will you post a recipe? Absolutely. It should already be up on FoodTokTV.com. But you know what I'll do for you is I'll give you a little screenshot of the recipe. I think I have it in here. But yes, I will talk you all through it because we're going to be making this together for the first time. Because why not do it the first time live with the ingredients that you have? And let me see if I have it here. If I have an image, then I'll hold it up and you can take a screenshot and then we'll try to recreate it with what we have. All right, come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. So I'm going to hold this up for you. Get your cameras ready. Get your screenshots ready. All right. Eggplant on steroids. All right. So that is the recipe that I'm going to try and recreate. So hopefully you got it, but it's also on FoodTokTV.com. All of my recipes, all of the other cooks' recipes are on FoodTokTV.com. All right, I am not a professional. I mess up every day. We're gonna try and make this struggle recipe, but I think it looks incredible. Now, I'm your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. So I do have a substitute for you all later on. But if you're vegetable-tarian, today is your day. All right. Come on in, everybody. Hello, Tamala. We're at 1,200 likes. Thank you all so much. Let's see if we can get to 1,500. Let me wash my hands. Make sure you subscribe to Food Talk TV. Again, there's different cooking content every day of the week, multiple times a day. All right. Now I'm with you all on Fridays, but I'm traveling tomorrow. So I'm not going to be with you next Friday. So make sure you follow along if you like what I do. But if you like my travel content, I'll also be sharing that. I'll be going to the south of France. So if you've ever wanted to go to the French Riviera, you can come with me. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, on all platforms. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. We got a lot that we need to prep here. We're going to get all of our ingredients prepped, and then we're going to stew them together. And then I have a special flatbread, a gluten-free flatbread that I want to try. All right, so we need an eggplant. So I do have an eggplant. All right, I think I got this from the giveaway box. Hopefully it's still good. Now the recipe calls for 2 eggplant, but it's just me, so I'm gonna see if I can half it and do it with 1, or we'll just kind of figure out how it goes. So let's wash this and give it a chop. How fun. Exactly. Mama T's in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Kathy says, what's cooking? We are making an eggplant stew. It's called Eggplant on Steroids. I don't really like that title. Nobody asked me. But yeah, we're going to make an eggplant stew. So if you all know me, I do love to travel. And I think last summer I went to Egypt. And if you all were following me, of course, we ate everything. Clearly, I like to eat. But a lot of Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cooking has a lot of vegetables in it. And I'm just putting a paper towel down on the counter so that our cutting board doesn't move as much. All right. If you have it, especially on granite counters like I have, when you go to like cut, it can move. But this is a little hack for you. Thank you, Don. Yes, Kathy loves eggplant. This one is a new one for me, but it's actually, let me just rinse it off one more time. Eggplant Parmesan, very popular in a lot of Italian cooking as well. But in Egypt, at least where I went, it was kind of served as an appetizer. Like, you know how they call it like meze, where they have the different like roasted vegetables and hummus and all of that. It was roasted and seasoned up so good. Y'all, it was a shared plate. I let everybody have some, and then when it was sitting there, I was like, y'all gonna eat that? I wanted it. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you all so much for coming in. We are at 1,700 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,000. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I appreciate you all so much. All right, so let's get cutting. Let's see if we have a knife to cut with. You may hear the dishwasher. I'm still washing dishes because y'all know how it goes. Okay, so we're going to chop this up. Let's see what he does. So this is the goal, and we're supposed to eat it with this nice flat bread. So he's going to cut his eggplant. Oh my gosh, it looks so amazing. All those different colors and textures. Y'all, I am so excited. So, and I even got some pomegranate tea. So we're going to slice our eggplant, and then we're going to cut it into cubes, just like that. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get it started. You didn't ask for that, but you got it anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and cut our eggplant. Now, if you're doing like an eggplant parmesan, you can cut it into these little rings, and you can save it in the little rings. I had a Russian massage therapist. She would tell me, like, you could sprinkle with salt, and just like you would, like, you know how you put salt on watermelon, but you could sprinkle with salt and let it sit for a second, and then the water will bead out, and then you can like press with a paper towel and blot the water, and it'll salt your eggplant, but also it'll bring out some of the moisture. So if you're going to do like an eggplant parmesan, if you're going to bread it and fry it, it gets a little crispier. That's good. Thank you, Kathy, for the badges. We're at 2,200 likes. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and today we are making a vegan eggplant stew. This is a Middle Eastern recipe. Apparently, this is from an Iraqi chef. I don't know, and neither do you all. But I'm in Atlanta, and Iraq is closer to Egypt than I am, so I'm just going to say this is going to remind us of what I had in Egypt last year. All right, so we're just cutting our eggplant, and then what we're going to do now is go back. We're going to chop this up, not small, but like little cubes. So we're just going to go in half, and then like this, 4 strips, and then like this. All right. So we have, I don't know, what, like little 1-inch cubes. Thank you, Tamala, for liking the live. Let's get this in a little bowl. We're going to do all of our prep. Oh, it's in the dishwasher, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to try and be prepared like I know what I'm doing. I do not, but I have all of these bowls here. So we're going to put all of our ingredients in the bowls because this is literally just a stew that we're going to put in the pan, and I don't want to stop and not be prepared. Okay. So again, the recipe calls for 2 eggplant, but I'm going to do it with 1. And if you're a meal prepper, this could be a great recipe that you can have by itself. He serves it with flatbread, like our Indian brothers and sisters. If you like a good curry or, anything that you can sop up with like flatbread or a tortilla. All right. This has given us a lot of eggplant. This is only like half of it, but it's nice and spongy and it's going to absorb all that flavor. Kathy says cholesterol is high and the doctor said eat a Mediterranean diet. Well, you are right on time, sweetheart. And I know somebody requested a vegan recipe. But yes, I've been to Greece, I've been to Egypt, a lot of vegetables, but here's the key. They season it really well. And, I'm a meatitarian, but if you need to have more vegetables or you want to have more vegetables in your diet, the key is you have to season it well. All right. I don't have to worry about salt. I do have to worry about sugar, but get familiar with those spices that you have. We even bought some more for today's recipe. Man, y'all, this is a lot. Almost done. But vegetables have a natural sweetness to them when they heat up and caramelize. So a little bit of oil if you can have it. This recipe calls for olive oil. Usually I use my MCT coconut oil, but the first time I make a recipe, it's falling apart. I always try to make it exactly how the recipe creator made it. And then after that, you can doctor it up your own. Y'all, look at all this from one eggplant. All right. Come on in, everybody. We're at 3,500 likes. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Let's see if I can get one more careful slice here. All right. Kind of struggle bus, but that's what we do. So again, if you're just coming in, we are going to make an eggplant stew. We are going to saute this with onion and tomatoes. And again, if you don't like eggplant, you probably could substitute whatever you like. This is in the squash family, so you could substitute it. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl, but all right, I'm running out of space. And this is one eggplant, all right? So we're gonna use this. So far we have cubed one eggplant. I'm just gonna leave this here. The next ingredient that we need is tomato. Now, I have some struggle tomatoes. Y'all don't laugh at me and my produce, or you can laugh. I do not care. My mom gave me some tomatoes from her garden. They're a little bit on the struggle bus. So we're going to cut into them and hopefully they're okay. But I wanted to use up the produce that I have in the fridge. And plus I got a few of these like little cherry tomatoes. So I'm just going to cut up what we have and stew it all together. So let's give these a wash and then we'll see what we can salvage. Now I know when you open up your fridge, everything is picture perfect. So just allow me. We're at 4,500 likes. Thank you all so much. Come on in. All right, so let's see if we can take okay, not too bad. Take the struggle parts off. So again, welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and I'm just doing, whoa. All right, this just exploded on my iPad. We're just doing a rough chop of these vegetables because they're all gonna go in the pan with a little bit of oil and salt and lots of special spices. I have so many spices when I went to Egypt and also any place in the Mediterranean. If you have a chance to go, of course you can go to the regular grocery stores, but try and go to like the spice markets, where they have those big bins, if that's what you call them, of spices. And you can get all kind of yummy stuff. I have some Greek oregano, and that's what really adds that local flavor to your food. We're at 5,200 likes. Thank you all so much. All right, let's see if we can get these tomatoes up, and then we'll cut the other one, and then we'll cut our cherry tomatoes. So this could be a great maybe date night or I don't know, family activity. Somebody do the prepping for you. If you have more money than time, you can buy your vegetables already cut up. If you have more time than money, then you can cut them up like what we're doing. And I told you all about the cutting board. Your cutting board has a groove on it. This side with the groove. Get into the groove. Hold on, let's see, y'all. This one's looking kind of suspect. Let me cut that off. If you're cutting anything like this, like tomato, that kind of drips, just gonna get the trash away. The grooves will collect the liquid. So I don't do raw chicken on the wood, but if you did raw chicken or lemon or anything like this, it'll collect in these grooves instead of coming onto your countertop. That's the purpose of it. So I learned that on the internet. Let me just rinse this, and I'm sharing with y'all. The other side of the cutting board, the side that's dry, that doesn't have the grooves, is for your dry items, the ones that don't leak out. All right. So we can all learn something together, even if you're a professional. None of us have mastered our craft. So I am just cutting up what we have. So the recipe says 2 eggplant, and it might be 1 or 2 tomato. Y'all can check and see. But the recipe is on FoodTokTV.com. So we're just doing a rough chop here. And I'm taking the time to cut up all of our veggies so we can saute them together. Plus, I'm vamping for time. Thank you so much for the compliment. You all are too kind. I am grateful. This is my happy place. Okay, so we have some tomato. And the star of the show, we have eggplant. All right, so just dicing everything up. If you're coming in late, that's okay. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making an eggplant stew again. This is a vegetarian. This is actually a vegan recipe. Am I vegan? No. Can you be vegan? Yes. So if you have been looking for vegan recipes, if you want to do, I don't know, like a meatless Monday, or you just want to eat less meat for whatever reason, that will work too. All right, so now we need 2 garlic cloves, y'all. So I got this out of the fridge. Hopefully they still look okay. All right. They're starting to sprout. That's still good, right? Okay, so we need 2 garlic cloves. Can garlic go bad? I guess. It's starting to sprout, but something tells me that's okay. It's a vegetable. All right, so we have 2 big garlic cloves, and we are going to kind of dice these up, all right? So just give them a little rinse. And we're gonna get the papery skin off, and then we're gonna dice these up. It's good? Okay. Thank you, Jamie Lynn. Come on in, everybody. If you are an eggplant lover, and you can tell me how you like your eggplant. What did I make that one time? It was like a pan-fried eggplant without the breading. If you're low carb or trying to be gluten-free, then you can skip the breading. Or I did find, y'all, just like they have regular like breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs or panko, they also have like rice breadcrumbs too. I think I have them in the pantry. If we get to a stopping point, I'll grab them so y'all can see if you're gluten-free, but you still want the crunchiness. I'm gonna clip those little hairs off. Thank you, Trini, for the hearts. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. Make sure you are subscribed to Food Talk TV. There is different live cooking content every day of the week. I'm with you all on Fridays, and I am your substitute teacher because I cook with sugar substitutes, dairy substitutes, and gluten substitutes. All right, so let's clean up our mess. So we're going to dice up this garlic. I almost wanted to get my little manual chopper I showed y'all last time, but we'll go ahead and chop this by hand. It's just 2 cloves of garlic. Oh, we need some onion too. Okay. Yes. I tried to get everything out so I could be prepared. As y'all know, we struggle over here. All right, we're just gonna slice our garlic. I like garlic. Put that on everything. A little goes a long way. And then we'll give this a little dice. Everything else we're doing like a rough chop. But the garlic, we're gonna kind of dice it. And then we'll get to the onion. I'll probably do just like half of the onion because it's a lot. It's a big one. And I think he has a white onion. I got a red onion. All right. So again, use what you have. Sometimes I end up buying ingredients for recipes and you only use them one time. but feel free to substitute as well. Oh, this smells good. It smells really nice and savory. All right, I think that's good enough. So we've got our garlic. So we're going to get this into a little bowl so we can act like we know what we're doing. Come on in. You just got on, Martha? All right, I'll show you, my dear. I'll show you because I know y'all come and go. Come, chameleon. I always have a song in my head. You come and go. You come and go. You did not ask for that, but you got it anyway. Okay, so let me show y'all what we're making so far. We have 2 cloves of garlic. We have 2 struggle tomatoes. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna add these to it too. The little cherubs. Ugh. I'll use them anyway, but you asked what we're making. So let me show y'all. Let me show you.
Chef's page. Don't know what it's. I saw this recipe on an Iraqi chef's page. Don't know what it's called or where it's from, but my god, it's absolutely delicious. It's amazing how 2 simple ingredients can take a dish to a whole other level. It's tangy, spicy, slightly sweet, with a hint of nuttiness from the tahini. Start by roughly dicing 2 eggplants into chunky cubes. If you don't like eggplants, I promise you won't even notice them. And sear them in a drizzle of olive oil for about 5 minutes. You want to get them nice and toasty. Push them to the side, then add a finely diced onion, a tiny amount of garlic, and 2 chopped tomatoes. Once the tomatoes are soft, mix everything together and give them a hefty pinch of salt, a touch of black pepper, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder, chili flakes, and a touch of sumac for a floral tint. Now for the magic of the recipe, drizzle a tablespoon of organic natural pomegranate molasses, like al-shara, and a tablespoon of tahini. Mix everything together and let everything get to know each other for a couple of minutes on low. Garnish with another drizzle of tahini, a touch of pomegranate molasses, some parsley, have it with bread, a cup of fruity pomegranate tea, and enjoy.
All right.
I saw this recipe.
So you all can tell me what you would call it. Someone asked for more vegan recipes. So this is what we're making. I'm calling it an eggplant stew. And this is actually just in time because I'm about to travel. I'm going to be gone for a week. So I have some struggle produce in the fridge. And I was like, ooh, let's make this with this eggplant. So I'm just going to cut these cherry tomatoes in half and add them to the tomatoes that we have. So we've got almost everything chopped. I think all that's left after this is the onion and then the parsley, and then we can actually start assembling. Avengers assemble. All right. So again, use what you have. You know, fresh is best if you can have it. But look, do I always have fresh ingredients? No. Y'all see, we figure it out. Maybe a can of diced tomatoes or some garlic if you don't have garlic. If you don't like eggplant, you could probably do this with zucchini. You could probably do this with squash. If you are a meatitarian, then you can serve this and then have your lamb kebab or whatever you like on the side. But this gives everybody an option to have some good vegetables. And like I said, all those seasonings and flavors together, those of you who don't like vegetables, you'll like them. All right, so I'm just adding the cherry tomatoes in here. Hello, Adelina. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. We're at 8,400 likes. Let's see if we can get to, y'all, maybe our tahini is here. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay. Instacart to the rescue. Have y'all ever started a recipe and then you're like, oh, I have chili powder. I don't have chili powder. Y'all, I didn't have chili powder or tahini. So let me show you what we have. Then we're going to get back to the chopping. Okay. So apparently for this recipe, we need tahini, and this I have used before sparingly, but tahini is basically, it's sesame seeds. It's a paste made from sesame seeds. So any brand will do. I just didn't have any. So those of you all that are going to be eating more Mediterranean food, you'll probably use it a lot. All right. I think maybe it's in hummus and some other stuff. I don't know. Okay. Last thing we need to do is the onion. All right. So come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I have this ginormous onion. Let me just see if I already have one that's kind of cut up partially. If not, no. Garlic, no. Oh, I do. I knew I had one. Aha. All right. Because once you cut into your veggies, they start to go bad more quickly. So hopefully this will last me a week. And I only needed a half for this recipe anyway. So we're just going to take this one out. And we'll cut this one up. All right. So let's go ahead and cut this little face that's been exposed to the air. And let's peel the skin off. And we're just going to give this a nice little, oh, okay, this is a struggle vegetable too. But you know what? When you have struggle vegetables like this, cut off the bad part and put it in a stew. I would eat it. Y'all would probably eat it. Now, if you're doing a salad or you're going to have it on a burger, you know, you probably want it to be picture perfect. But for something like this that we're going to cook down, I'm sure it's all right. Y'all, look, vegetable ingredients are expensive, so don't waste if you don't have to. I'm just peeling the skin off, and we're going to cut off this part. I'm going to take all this off. We'll give it a rinse, and we'll cut around this nice little gash that we have on our onion or a broth. What does Cheryl say? Use it for a broth? Let me know. I think this is, oh, this and then the parsley. We got some fresh parsley. So we're just chopping up everything. Thank you all so much. I appreciate all of the compliments. Come on in. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. All right, so we're just gonna cut off that struggle part and we are going to give this a dice. Now, this is a lot of onion. I like onion. If you don't like onion so much, you could do less of it. If you really like onion, you could do more. Same thing probably with the tomato and everything. So I'm just hacking away at this. And I'll probably do another little piece. So we are making an eggplant stew. Oops, careful. This is a vegan recipe. Let's do, that's probably good. So if you're trying to have more vegetables, if you like Mediterranean or Middle Eastern cuisine, this apparently came from an Iraqi chef, and I've never been to Iraq. I would probably love to go. I have been to Egypt, and I absolutely loved the way they prepared their eggplant. So hopefully this reminds me of that. Cheryl says you're very interested in this. I cook every night for my mom who is pescatarian. Yes, absolutely. This is basically a nice stew base. You could do a fish on top or on the side. Absolutely. Those of us who want to or who need to eat differently, this is what I do for the kids. This is what I do for my man. I would cook the thing that everybody can have, and then I would just, do lamb or whatever on the side or steak, whatever you need to make. But if everybody's eating fish, you could absolutely do a nice, I would probably do like a fishy fish. Like, I don't know, like a trout or a snapper, maybe even a salmon, but something that can kind of stand up to those flavors. Or I guess you could do a nice white fish too. I sound like a samurai, don't I? Over here, scraping this. All right. So now we have some red onion. So again, we have onion, we have tomato, we have a whole lot of, I was about to say squash. Eggplant is a squash. And then lastly, parsley. Just a little bit of parsley we're going to do to garnish on the top. And now we're ready to start cooking at the halfway point. We got mushroom in the house. I'm vegan. Okay, vegans, today is your day. If you are a vegetarian or a vegan, I will shout you out in the chat. You can put your favorite vegetable and emoji, and I will say a special hello to you all, because I know You all have appetites too, right? Yeah. Nothing wrong with a good vegetable. And if you cook it well, meaning, with flavor and all of that, vegetables can absolutely be a great, not only side dish, but main dish. They can be very filling. Those of us who like a good vegetable soup or salad, absolutely. Okay, last thing we need to chop up. I got some fresh parsley. I also got some dried parsley. You could do dried parsley on the top. Cheryl likes mushrooms. Mushrooms like potato. All right, so we've got some parsley. I'm not a huge parsley fan, but the color is so beautiful and bright as a garnish over everything with the tahini and the pomegranate sauce. I think it's going to look really good. So I'm just going to take off this much. Let me move this. I don't know if that's in the frame. Oh, it smells like grass to me. It smells like when we were kids and we would go outside and then you'd be rolling around in the grass all day. Who knows about that? Kids today, they don't go outside. They go outside, look left and right, and ask what they're supposed to do. Okay, you didn't ask me that. I was just ranting. But those of us who grew up outside, riding bikes, rolling around, y'all know what I'm talking about. Have grass stains in your clothes, all of that. Playing kickball, all of that. So we're just going to chop this up and then we are done. All right. And this is just our garnish. Parsley by itself, I'm not a huge fan, but with this type of cuisine, as a garnish, it just mixes really well. Thank you, Bazigar. It just mixes really well. And I just think it's beautiful. My mom, she's a retired home economics teacher, and she says you need to have 3 colors on your plate. So if you're struggling to get colorful plates, this could be a great little cheat sheet for you. All right, so we have our parsley, we have our garlic, we have our onion, we have our tomato, and we have our eggplant. All right, so our ingredients are here. Y'all know those cooking shows where everything is prepped and ready? This is not that. I start from scratch because y'all ever try to recreate recipes and then you're like, well, why didn't mine turn out that way? That's me all the time. Let me move the extras behind us. And we're going to get the cooktop out. And now, finally, finalmente, we are able to start cooking. But I think this looks pretty, right? Like if I were hosting a cooking class one day, you'd have all your ingredients ready to go. But if you're teaching the kids how to cook, I've taught both boys. My mom taught me and my brother. My mom cooked for my dad. Like, that's just what we do, right? You eat all the time, so it's a good skill to have. You can go ahead and prep the stuff like this until they have their knife skills and then get them involved, maybe in like the toppings and the drizzle. It's good to know. All right. So we have our beautiful ingredients here. All right. So we're going to move these over to the side and then we're going to get the cooktop out and we're ready to start. All right. Okay, yeah, you remember itching from that grass? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all Gen Xers, maybe even some millennials used to play outside. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, so let us clean off the countertop. And again, this wet paper towel or kitchen towel was just to secure the cutting board, all right? And I'm holding this, but it's poor etiquette. I also teach etiquette classes. Everything is at my website. If you are going to gesture, put the knives down if you talk with your hands, all right? Don't be talking to people doing that thing, all right? Poor etiquette. Okay, let us begin. Let's get our skillet and our cooktop. All right. So I'll show you in case we just had some people who came in. Oh, you know what? It's okay. I was going to say, should I measure out the spices? But I think we'll be okay. All right. So I'm just going to show you all what we're making. One more time. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, I'll just wait for it to repeat. All right. Let me get a nice, this is a big one, maybe like 10 or 12 inch but you want something that can hold all the ingredients. If you like a good one-pot meal, today is your day. All right, this is what
I
we're
saw
making.
this recipe on an Iraqi chef's page. Don't know what it's called or where it's from, but my god, it's absolutely delicious. It's amazing how 2 simple ingredients can take a dish to a whole other level. It's tangy, spicy, slightly sweet, with a hint of nuttiness from the tahini. Start by roughly dicing 2 eggplants into chunky cubes. If you don't like eggplants, I promise you won't even notice them. And sear them in a drizzle of olive oil for about 5 minutes. You want to get them nice and toasty. Push them to the side, then add a finely diced onion, a tiny amount of garlic, and 2 chopped tomatoes. Once the tomatoes are soft, mix everything together and give them a hefty pinch of salt, a touch of black pepper, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder, chili flakes, and a touch of sumac for a floral tang. Now for the magic of the recipe, drizzle a tablespoon of organic natural pomegranate molasses, like al-sharar, and a tablespoon of tahini. Mix everything together and let everything get to know each other for a couple of minutes on low. Garnish with another drizzle of tahini, a touch of pomegranate molasses, some parsley, have it with bread, a cup of fruity pomegranate tea, and enjoy. Okay, I'm so excited, y'all. We're ready to start cooking. This is also a good one-pot meal if you don't like having a lot of dishes dirty. So I have a nice little skillet here. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Angel got kicked out. Well, I'm glad you're back, darling. Okay, so we got all of our ingredients here ready to go. I'm gonna put this on maybe a medium low. Okay, so we're going to coat this with olive oil. I'll do a medium. Or you could probably use whatever oil of your choice, all right? Again, this is a great vegan recipe. Thank you all for tapping. We're up to 11,000 likes. All right, that's kind of hefty for me, but that's what he did. All right, so we're gonna let this get a little bit hot, and then we're gonna put all of our eggplant in here. Again, if you don't like eggplant, you could do this with zucchini, you could do this with yellow squash, but we have one zucchini, one eggplant that we cut up. This is a lot. So you see what they mean when they say like vegetables, high volume and low calorie. Thank you, Kaz, for the roses. I am not a doctor. Do not listen to me. But imagine this as a big bowl of ice cream or a big bowl of eggplant, all right? And I actually have like a bowl and some extra. But it's kind of giving me like tofu vibes. You know, it's kind of get that little spongy like tofu texture, but that's nice because it'll absorb up everything. All right, so I'm just gonna get this nice and coated, move our olive oil around. They use that for everything in the Middle East and in the Mediterranean. Olive oil, they use it to cook with. They use it as like lotion. They use it for everything. All right, so we'll just say this is on medium. It's kind of warm. I'm gonna go ahead and put in all of our zucchini. And the recipe is on FoodTokTV.com. All right. I was hoping for a sizzle. It wasn't. It was a little underwhelming, but that's okay. Look, I'm gonna put all of this in, and we want it to get kind of toasty. So that is 1 eggplant. Let's let it come alive. Start percolating. It's time for the percolator. We're just gonna let that kind of brown up and get kind of crispy on the sides. And then we've got some other veggies to put in here. It's called tepsi. Oof, I can't pronounce that. Eggplant stew sounds good. I know, right? Thank you, Kathy, for the badges. If you've just joined, come on in. This is Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. We are making this eggplant stew. And right now we are just going to saute our eggplant. Let me turn it up a little bit, because I want it to toast. So we're gonna have eggplant, we're gonna have tomato, we're gonna have onion, we're gonna have garlic. So this is a vegan day. So if you're vegan, today is for you. We're up to 12,200 likes. Thank you, everybody. Let's see if we can get to 12,500. All right. It's slowly starting to sizzle. So we're gonna cook this until it gets kind of wilted down. Veggies, when you cook them with a little bit of oil and the heat, is going to make them soft and tender, kind of like a caramelized onion. I love caramelized onions and mushrooms on a steak, or if you're team vegan, you can have them by themselves, but vegetables actually have a lot of natural sugar in them, and when you cook them down, that sweetness kind of comes out. All right, so it's starting to do its thing. This is a heavy bottom
pot. So I'm just gonna spread this out. And he said move it to half of the pan. I don't know if I'm gonna have room for that. Maybe I should have used half of the eggplant, but we're using up all of the veggies. Like I said, I'm gonna be gone for a week, and so I wanted to go ahead and cook this down with some of the produce that we have. All right, come on in everybody. Thank you, Kathy, for the roses. And yes, this is gonna be vegan. So great for our vegetarian friends. But if you're a meat eater, then you could put a steak or a lamb kebab on the side, or maybe fish on top. Did I not put enough oil in here? Here we go. I just wanted to have everything cooked down and cut up. So it's starting to brown. Did I overcrowd the pan? All right, let's let it have a moment. So what we're gonna do now is go back. So we're gonna let this cook for about 5 minutes. I'll turn it up just a little bit more. We want to kind of toast and lightly pan fry our eggplant. And then I'll probably put a little bit more oil in there. We're gonna do our onion and we're going to do our garlic. Maybe I'll take it out so there's room. I think I'll do that. And then we're gonna add some tomato. And then we've got some spices. Let me show you all the spices. So I think the two special ingredients that he has for this is tahini and pomegranate molasses. Y'all, I had to go hither and yon, but I got some. All right. I have never used this before, pomegranate molasses. So I ordered this from, it might be the Asian grocery store or the Middle Eastern grocery store. So we're gonna drizzle that on. To me, it kind of is probably gonna be like a balsamic glaze. Oh, this smells so good as it's cooking. We haven't even put the other stuff on here yet. So we're gonna let this continue to brown. So those are the last two things that he drizzled. So we've got tahini, which is made from sesame seeds. All right, so this is the tahini paste if y'all want to screenshot it, or any brand will work. But the secret ingredient is this pomegranate molasses. All right, so making sure you all can see that. Will the recipe be posted? It should be posted already. I'll hold up a picture so you can screenshot it. You can also go to FoodTokTV.com. So the recipe inspiration is the one that I'm showing y'all, but there you go if you want to grab it. Save you a plate. Thank you, Bridges. Yes, it's posted. Thank you, Trini. But this is what we're making. All right, so this is my Chat GPT rendering of what we're doing today. All right, so we're gonna stir this up. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up. All right, I know that's not Middle Eastern, but allow me. All right, I think I probably needed a little bit more oil, but it's okay. I try to go light with the oil if I can because I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit. This is a heavy bottom pot, so it really moves the heat around evenly, which is nice. So it's starting to brown, but we need a little bit more. And I'll show you all the spices that are gonna go in here. So we have salt and pepper, obviously. So I do have that. But this one has some special spices, so we'll season it towards the end. At least that's what he does. Coriander, and I think coriander is cilantro, but this is coriander seed, ground coriander. Never used this before. I bought it just for this recipe. So let's go ahead and open this. So when we need it, it's ready. And I'll taste it dry while this is sauteing. All right, got my struggle air conditioning on. Hold on 1 second. All right. Not elegant. Oops. All right, let's see what it tastes like. Mmm. It's a little bit bitter. It tastes kind of like a cinnamon stick and a tree root. It tastes earthy, but it's got like a little bit of I won't call it mint, but it's got like a little brightness to it. Interesting. So that's gonna be in here. Let's give this a stir. You can see they're starting to brown. Come on in, everybody. We are making an eggplant stew. There we go. I think I had the temperature too low. So I've turned it all the way up, and we're gonna get our eggplant to kind of brown and soften, almost like you would brown meat or sear your steak or chicken. Again, this is a great vegetarian recipe. Y'all look at this. This is a vegan recipe. Look at this nice little char. Where are you? I want to eat it. So we want to try and get it to look like that. All right. Nice and seared and softened. So it said 5 minutes, but I'm looking at his. I want to go a little bit longer. Okay. So we got coriander. What else goes on here? Chili powder. I actually had to place an order for chili powder, but that should be a staple in your kitchen. All right. It's not spicy. It's more of a smoky flavor. I'm just opening all of these that I had to buy. So when we're ready to add them in, we will. So this is going to give it that nice depth of flavor, little smokiness. Chili powder is used in a lot of different cuisines, Southwest, Mexican. Taste it. Woo! Ooh, it's nice. Sorry. Slight. I inhaled it. Slightly sweet and slightly smoky. I'm sorry, slightly salty. Quite nice. But if you like a little smokiness on your food, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. I think I'm just about ready. Yeah, we can move them. It's really decreased in volume too. So let me show y'all. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit longer because I want them to get nice and toasty. All right. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher, and we are making an eggplant stew. We cut up eggplant. Next is gonna go onion and garlic and tomato, and then we're gonna put all of our spices on there. Tahini and pomegranate molasses. All right. Hello, Fran Diego. Share this out with your vegan friends. We're at 14,200 likes. Let's see if we can get to 15,000. All right. So I don't have a container for this one, but if you heard him in the recipe, he used something called sumac. I don't know what it is. Maybe some of y'all do, but he says it's kind of floral. It's not as bright as saffron. If anybody knows what sumac is, let me know. But I ordered it from Sprout. No, the Asian or the Middle Eastern store. All right. I'm going to taste this. I taste everything as I go clearly. And we're going to go ahead and call it. He says, move it over to the side. I want to salt it, but he says salt it after. This is just for me, but I'll switch the spoon because I tasted on this one. And I know people are like, she tasted it. When you're cooking for others, use a tasting spoon, but I was greedy. All right, I think this is good. All right. So let's see what he does next. I can't wait. I'm going to show y'all this flatbread that I have. Let me turn this down. Now I'll let it brown a little bit. All right, so this is the gold. And yes, I want to hit the counter too. And I got some pomegranate tea. So we cut up our eggplant. We did that into nice little cubes. Oil, saute. This is where we are now. Move it to the side. Onion and garlic and tomato. Okay. I'm going to do the onion and garlic and let them soften a little bit. But let me get another spoon. All right. I want to take it out, but he says move it to the side, so I will do that. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil on here And then we'll do the onion and garlic. All right. A lot of oil used in in a lot of cuisines. I was trying to be light, but we really want our veggies to kind of caramelize nicely. All right, so let's go in with our onion. This is a lot of onion. I like onion. Do less if you want to. Smells so good. And then this was 2 cloves of garlic. It's so fun when you're cooking and everything is like already done for you. Woo! Smells good. Let me turn that down. So we're gonna saute over here. I like a soft onion, so I'm gonna let it kind of do its thing. I probably would have taken this out and used the whole pan, but we're just gonna get our onion and garlic to kind of soften. I think he used a yellow onion. Use what you have, all right? Come on in, everybody. Welcome to Foodie Fridays with Maggie. Today is Team Vegan. We are making an eggplant stew. So far, we have 1 eggplant, and we have about a half an onion and 2 cloves of garlic. So I'm just letting these kind of saute down. It's so fragrant. We haven't put any seasonings on it yet, but it is so fragrant just on its own. Lots of veggies. Even if you do eat meat, like, what did they say? Half of your plate is supposed to be veggies. I am not a doctor. Don't listen to me. But if half of my plate needs to be veggies, I want it to be really flavorful veggies, all right? So if you like Middle Eastern cuisine, Mediterranean cuisine, today is your day. All right, so I'll just hold this up so y'all can see what we're making. But I think we're good. We're gonna go ahead and add the tomato and let it go ahead and make a stew. So this is the goal. He calls it eggplant on steroids, and we're gonna put pomegranate molasses and tahini on there and parsley and sop it up with some flatbread, all right? So if you're just coming in, this is what we've done so far. You ready for the tomatoes? I am too, all right? So we had 2 tomatoes, kind of struggle tomatoes, but it's fine. And this recipe is on FoodTokTV.com. I'm just vamping for time to give my onions a little bit more time. So cut your eggplant, cut into little cubes like this. We did that. Oil in the pan, put your eggplant down and saute, move it to the side, onion, garlic. Let's go in with the tomatoes and stir. All right, it smells so yummy. This is good. Oh yeah, it's nice and toasted and brown. Maybe a little bit browner. But this is wonderful. For me, I'm gonna add the tomato now, all right? So this is a good part where kids can help, once you have it all portioned out. It smells like home. It smells like my mom. It smells like grandma. It smells like, a lot of us don't like eating healthy because we say it doesn't taste good, but you can make it taste good. I am not telling you not to enjoy what you like. Clearly, I'm gonna eat it all in France. I'm flying out tomorrow, you all. I'm going to the French Riviera. I'll be in Monaco, having my James Bond moment at the casino. I'm gonna have baguettes. I'm gonna have gelato. I'm gonna have everything, and then get back on track when I come home. But like I like to say, it's not what you eat some of the time, it's what you eat all of the time. All right, I think we're ready to put our spices in. I'm just gonna stir up the tomato and onion. And he said a heavy pinch of salt. So I'm just gonna let them soften up a little bit, then we'll stir everything together and salt it. All right, so this is what we have. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, yes, I'm actually going to Nice. Have the best time ever. Yes, absolutely, thank you. All right, I think we're ready to salt it. Let's see.
Where it's from, oh my god, it's absolutely delicious. It's amazing how 2 simple ingredients can take a dish to a
Stir the eggplant, okay.
It's tangy, spicy, slightly sweet, with a hint of nuttiness from the tahini. Start by roughly dicing 2 eggplants into chunky cubes. If you don't like eggplants, I promise you won't even notice them. Season them in a drizzle of olive oil for about 5 minutes. You want to get them nice and toasty. Push them to the side, then add a finely diced onion, a tiny amount of garlic, and 2 chopped tomatoes. Once the tomatoes are soft, mix everything together and give them a half teaspoon of salt, a touch of black pepper, a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder, chili flakes, and a touch of salt.
Okay.
For the magic of food recipe,
We are ready to season. So thank you. He said once the tomatoes are soft, mix everything together. So I've mixed everything together. We haven't seasoned it yet. So I'm going to taste it on its own. Then we're going to go in here with all of the seasonings that he mentioned. Okay. So it's just about done, but we need flavor. We need that flavor in your ear. I'm just spreading everything out, and I'll turn it down to a medium. I had it on like a medium high. All right. So let's get our tasting spoons and some salt. I'm just going to get a bit of everything, but it's probably going to be kind of bland. But a little tomato, a little onion, a little eggplant. All right. Hefty pinch of salt. Now let's do all of the spices. Uh-oh. All right. So let's see. What spices do we need? Let me go to my image. Teaspoon of coriander. All right. So we're going to go in with the coriander. Let me get my teaspoon measure. You could probably just measure with your heart, you know, like our moms and grandmas do. But first time I make a recipe, I try to make it exactly how they do. But, ooh, wow, when it reaches the heat, this almost has like a curry kind of, I can't explain it, but it's very earthy. It's very nice. All right. So we have the coriander, red pepper flake. I have that. So just like you would put on your pizza, let's do some red pepper flake. If you don't like heat, you can do less. I'll just turn this down to like a medium low. All right, red pepper flake. Sumac. I don't know what it is, but they sell it by the, not by the bag, but by the ounce or whatever this is. I want to put the whole thing in here. But you can see it kind of, it's red. It looks like paprika, but darker, like paprika and chili powder together. Add, ooh! Oh, it almost has like a vinegary, like a bright saltiness. Ooh. I don't know what sumac is, but I like it. Ah, it's coming together, y'all. I think those are all the seasonings. Oh, we didn't do the pepper. Let me do some black pepper. Yeah. We already did chili flake, but I'm going to do some black pepper too. All right, let's stir it up and make sure we got all the seasonings. Woo. Uh-oh. All right, I'm gonna stir it up. Then we're gonna taste it. Then we're gonna put the tahini and the molasses, and then the parsley. I'm gonna turn it all the way down so it doesn't burn. Y'all, I use my social to save recipes, so I'm just going back to the eggplant recipe. All right. It has really cooked down, y'all. Y'all saw all that chopping that we did, but it has really cooked down nicely. I think it looks beautiful. It smells so fragrant. Rhoda says, what are you making? This doesn't call for garlic powder. We have fresh garlic in it. We did 2 cloves of fresh garlic. So let's taste a little tomato, a little eggplant, a little onion. It is so good. It's so much. It's tangy. I don't know why it's tangy. Maybe it's the sumac. There's like a vinegar something in there. Ah! And we haven't even done the tahini yet and the pomegranate. Okay, focus, Maggie. Here's what we're making. All right, we're almost at the end. Oh.
I saw this recipe on an Iraqi chef's page. Don't know what it's called.
Looks like
where it's
his.
from, But my God, it's absolutely delicious.
It is,
it's
y'all.
amazing how two simple ingredients can take a dish to a whole other level. It's tangy, spicy, slightly sweet, with a hint of nuttiness from the tahini. Start by roughly dicing 2 eggplants.
We did the
into
eggplant.
chunky cubes.
Yep.
If you don't like eggplants, I promise you won't even
It tastes like
Let's
squash
season them
zucchini.
with olive oil for about 5 minutes.
We
You
sauteed
get
it.
them nice and toasty. Push them to the side.
Yep.
Then add a finely diced onion.
Onion.
A tiny amount of garlic.
We did the
and 2 chopped
garlic
tomatoes.
and
Once
tomato.
the tomatoes are soft, mix everything together and give them
That's
a
where we
healthy
are
touch of
now.
salt, a touch of black pepper,
Salt,
a teaspoon
pepper,
of coriander
coriander,
half a teaspoon of chili powder,
chili powder.
and a touch of cinnamon for a flavor of that.
Did we do
That's
the
it.
chili
Vegetable
powder?
food recipe. Drizzle a tablespoon of organic natural pomegranate molasses, like a shara, and a tablespoon of tahini.
Okay, pomegranate. Did we do the chili powder, y'all? I think we did. I can't remember, but it's good. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the pomegranate molasses. Now here's the thing, it's been healthy up to now. Is this even gonna pour? Okay, it's not too much sugar. Come on, molasses. Let me get a chopstick. I'm scared. I don't want the whole thing to come out. It's like a new ketchup. No, Kim says we didn't do the chili powder yet. Freddie does not like this recipe. That's totally fine. So we didn't do the chili powder yet. Okay, I'll do some. Let's do some chili powder. Or if you don't like it, omit it. Just absolutely omit it. Okay. So let's go back. Let's do the chili powder. I feel like I did, but there we go. It's very similar to the sumac. All right. So I'm going to try and get this, I'm going to try and get this molasses to pour. Did I get a chopstick? Yes. He just kind of drizzled. All right, I'm getting it started, kind of like Heinz. There we go. All right, so I'm drizzling pomegranate molasses. To me, I'm thinking like balsamic vinaigrette. You know I'm gonna taste it. Hold up. It tastes like concentrated fruit juice. I can't explain it. All right, so we've added the pomegranate molasses. That's giving it like a sweet, and then we're gonna add some tahini. That's gonna give us the nuttiness. Okay, y'all, I am so excited. All right, so we had tahini. We just added the chili powder. Hold on, y'all. I should have had this ready. This is made from sesame seeds, so this is gonna give it, like he said, that nuttiness. So we already have our, oh, I should have had this ready. All right, I'm just gonna get, one moment, please. Little accident. Let me put the top on it, or actually, let me just get a spoon and stir it up, because I don't think it's supposed to be watery like that. It might have settled. All right. Yeah, it's got the paste down at the bottom, so I just need to stir it. This is, be careful, or maybe shake it up, because you want that sesame seed drizzleable texture. All right, so I'm going down to the bottom, and I'm just really giving that a good stir. I know, y'all, it's oil on the top. Yeah, I'm trying to get it, or I could put the top on it and shake it. All right, so we're going to drizzle the tahini on here. Don't worry, we're gonna do some more. All right. Yeah, I'll just, let me taste it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, a little goes a long way. It starts with like a peanut butter consistency, but it has the finish of sesame seeds, but it's got a little bite to it. You know how peanut butter is really smooth? This has got like a bite to it at the finish, okay? So far, this is what we have, and then we're gonna do the parsley. I think we're at the end, y'all. Hold up. Let me see if he stirs it in and then he does one more drizzle. This is a lot. All right. Okay. So we did all of this. I just want to get his final presentation. We did the oil. We did the tomato. We stirred it all together. We did salt. We did pepper. We did coriander, chili powder, chili flake, sumac, pomegranate glaze, tahini. Okay, we're going to stir it up. And then we're going to drizzle it. Okay, so it's an ingredient and a topping, and then the pomegranate. Okay, we're almost done. So let's stir this up. So it's inside and it's on top. So again, a nice one pot meal. And you could eat this all on your own and it would just be vegetables. I'm just going to move it out to the side. I'm going to taste it, and then we'll do the last drizzle. And then I'm going to make a quick flatbread. And then we're going to eat it. All right. So let's taste it. God. Y'all, I don't even know what to tell you it tastes like. It tastes like the Mediterranean. It's so good. All right. So we're going to go in with some more of our glaze. Now, this is just the garnish. This one is the pomegranate. All right. And I got this from the something marked. I don't know, but it's pomegranate molasses. All right. So that's what I'm using. That's what's giving it the sweet. And then we're going to drizzle. I'm going to go light on the tahini because it's pretty strong, but this is almost giving it like a peanut butter kind of. So we've got that going on. Then we're going to top it with our fresh chopped parsley. I'm going to turn this off for now. Let's get our parsley that we chopped up. This is what we have. Give it a nice little, y'all, bring this to the table. Y'all are eating this. What is the tahini? Tahini is sesame paste. So it's basically, think peanut butter, but it's made with sesame seeds, okay? So I'm gonna take a picture of this. It tastes amazing. I'm gonna just get the sides a little bit. I think the presentation is great. If you like a one pot meal, you could put this on the table with some naan, with some flatbread. All right, I'm gonna get a picture of this. I think we did good. And then he has it with flatbread. So if you can have naan or real bread, have some for me. But y'all know I'm gluten-free. So I got some tortillas. I'm going to try and heat up really quick. All right. So this was the goal. And this is what we made. I think we did good. It looks amazing. It smells really good too. All right. Now his tahini is a little bit thicker than mine. That's the only thing. My tahini is probably just need to like set it upside down for a second, but we're here now. Okay, so let's get a picture. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so, let me do one with the flash. Get up close to your food. Don't be afraid to get up close to it. Get up on that thing or get up off of that thing. Y'all know these songs. You know, I just make stuff up. All right, let's do a video. Team Vegan, today was your day. All right, so we have our eggplant on steroids. This is eggplant, onion, garlic, tomato. We've got it with olive oil, all sauteed. And then we have chili powder, sumac, chili flake, salt, pepper. And then on top is pomegranate, molasses, and tahini. Enjoy. Okay, so I think it looks good. It tastes amazing. It just tastes like a really good, very flavorful stew. So you could have this as a meal on its own, or this could be a nice side item. Looks good. I think it looks good too. All right, looks amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna set it back here for a quick second. let me, I'm gonna get a new, oh shoot, my skillet's dirty. Hold on, hold the phone. Y'all know this is storage. Okay. So imagine a really nice like flatbread. If you can have naan, that would be great. You just tear off a piece, like Ethiopian cuisine, a lot of cuisine that eat family style, and just get it in there. We're almost at 20,000, y'all. We are at 18.5. Let's see if we can get to 19,000 first. If you like this, tap the screen. If you know any vegans or vegetarians, share this recipe out with them, okay? So, since I'm your substitute teacher, I want to see if we can enjoy this. So this is a tortilla and it puffs up in the pan. So all you got to do is preheat this to medium high. So let me go ahead and get this on. Then we're going to heat it for 20 seconds, flip it for 20 more seconds, and it's done. All right. So never used this one before, but it says Rise and Puff Gourmet Tortillas. All right. So I'm going to start moving everything out of the way. Oh, it kind of comes like cheese separated by the paper. So that's nice. Okay. So, oh, am I supposed to oil it? Non-stick pan, grill, or oil. Okay, so we'll do that in a second. So this is what I have. So let me move all of our stuff out of the way. I'll bring the pan back over. This was a good one, y'all. All right, vegans and vegetarians, like I said, today is your day. All right, so that's got some heat on it. Let's bring our pan back because I want to get some hot bread and get in there and get some good stuff, okay? So let's put a little bit of olive oil. This is the oil day. All right, so a little bit of oil, and I'm just going to get like a brush to kind of brush it on the side. All right. So this is on medium, and then we're just going to put our little tortilla down here for 15 seconds and then flip. All right, so you can see it's like paper thin. Let's see what happens. Got the sizzle going on. All right. So no bleach, no conditioners. They put conditioner in food. Shout out to the conditioner. Saturated fats. All right. So this is Rise and Puff. This came from wherever all the special ingredients came from. So I'm going to watch it, and then I guess we'll flip it over. It's supposed to bubble up. Gluten-free, avocado oil, salt, honey, and water. That's it. So if you're trying to eat clean, maybe this is an option for you. We made it, y'all. We're at 20,900 likes. Let me get a spatula. I really just want to reach in here with my hands. It's starting to puff up a little bit. Maybe my pan wasn't that hot. So let me give you all your announcements because I'm going to wrap this up as soon as I take a bite of this. And good, I'm going to the ballet tonight, so I will be sharing that experience with y'all if you're interested. Again, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. I make food and femininity content. You can find me on all platforms, Maggie, the substitute teacher. I am flying out tomorrow, so I won't be streaming next week. But if you like my travel content, you can follow along. I'll be posting every day what I'm doing and what I'm eating, maybe even an outfit of the day as I was asked to do. Oh, okay. It's bubbling. I'm glad I caught it. Y'all, can y'all see it? It's starting to bubble. I'm just going to take it off because I don't want it to burn too much. I thought it was going to fluff all the way up, but I'm going to call it now. Maybe you can see it's puffed up a little bit. I don't know why I thought it was going to get really, really big. All right, let me let that stay for just a minute longer. And yes, so if you want to travel with me, we have a couple trips coming up. You can go to Ghana with me. That's where I'm from. That's where my dress is from. You can go to Ghana with me in December. Everything is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. If you want to go on the cruise with us in November from Miami to the Bahamas, same thing, teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. We have the finishing school for the modern woman. Ladies, if you're interested in elegance, etiquette, and femininity, Lucy and I have a new course coming in October. We teach ladies of all ages how to be the best version of themselves, if that's what you're into. All right, let's get a plate. All right. So this is my struggle, gluten-free bread, roti. Looks good? Okay. So I'm going to tear some of this off, and I'm going to get in here with our eggplant stew. Ugh. And see how it tastes. Who's coming over for dinner? I think y'all would eat this. Oh, thank you all so much. So let's get in here. Let's tear off. It's not going to stop me. Yes, it's hot. Yes, I'm going to power through it. Cheryl's coming over. All right, so he says you just get in here and just get a handful of this stuff. Mm-hmm. You want some? I know you want some. All right. Oh, y'all, there is no meat in this, but I'm telling you, you know how our vegan brothers and sisters will use mushroom as a meat substitute? Hold on, y'all. I would put a little hot sauce on it, a little chili crisp. I'm telling you, y'all would eat this. Got me hitting the table like he did. Get you some flatbread. Get in here. Put this on the table. Oh my God, y'all get in here. Get you some of this. Get you some of this. All of that goodness. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. The vegetables are just all caramelized down. Y'all. I want to jump in this pan and eat my way out. Yes, Diane, the recipe is online. The recipe is at FoodTokTV.com. Y'all see what I'm doing over here? Embarrassing myself. This is for your vegetarian and your vegan friends. We made this. You would eat this. If you don't eat vegetables, you will today. I'm telling you. Very nutritious. No animal products. Sweet, savory, bright. Hold on. Let me eat the last one and let me let y'all go. Oh my God. Let me stop. Didn't I just say I teach etiquette classes? Y'all can't tell. In all seriousness, and this will heat up really, really well. I'm gonna eat about half of this, guilt-free. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher. You can find me on all platforms. Maggie, the substitute teacher. I'm usually with you all on Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. I need another one. How many calories is this? So anyway, this was the goal and this is what we made. So you can find me online at Maggie, the substitute teacher. Give this a try. Share this recipe with your vegetarian or vegan friends. They will like it. And honestly, you will too. And I'll pull up the recipe one more time. But my recipe and all the recipes are on FoodTokTV.com. All right. So anybody who wants to grab that, it's a few spices that are a little bit new to us. But if you've got eggplant lying around, if you don't, do it with zucchini, do it with squash. So good. I'm going to have another one. All right, everybody. I will see you all in 2 weeks or on my page. All right. No count calories. I know, right, y'all? Thank you so much. Oh, let's see if we can get to 25,000 on our way out. Tap the screen on your way out. We are at 23,300. I want to see if we can get to 2,500, right? Let me give y'all a close up over here. You know you want it. You know you want some. There we go. 23.5. Come on. Come on. If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Thank you all for sharing. For my vegetarians and vegans, don't say I didn't do anything for you. If you can have non-flat bread, use the non-flat bread or a tortilla, any warm piece of bread, and sop it up. We're at 24.2. Let's do it. Let's do it. Tap, tap, tap. And then share this recipe out. Make sure you're subscribed to Food Talk TV. Different cooking content every day of the week. multiple times a day. All right, we're at 24/5. Let's do it. There's always somebody streaming, people who actually know what they're doing. I just figure it out with you all. All right, 24/7. What's that? What do y'all want to call it? I'm calling it eggplant stew, but you can call it whatever you want. We made it to 25,000. All right. Just don't call me late for dinner. Bye, everyone. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you, Killis, for the super secret. Y'all, I want another. Hold up. I'm going to do it on the stove. I want another tortilla. I'm going to come back and look at the comments, y'all. This is so good. This is so good. I know Rabia's here. She said that she's the one who asked me to do vegan recipes. So she says it looks amazing. I know certain people have asked for vegetarian and vegan recipes. Y'all, this thing was so small. I need another one. I don't need another one, but it's my one meal for the day. So if you're doing OMAD or whatever they call it, I'm not going to put any more oil. I'm just going to let it warm up. So good. All right, everybody. If I missed your comments, I'm going to scroll back. If you have any other comments or questions, you can ask me now. Follow me now. If you know, you know. You can ask me now. So I'm about to shut it down and head to the ballet. All right. So Quasia, thank you for the 99 cents. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you all for liking. They just want me to do that on the FoodTokTV side. Y'all can like or don't like. I'm still cooking. It's totally fine. I know this is not for everybody. Where is Jurgen? Where is our meatitarian? He's not having this. All right, come on. I want you. Let me turn it up a little bit more. This may not be for everybody, and that's totally fine. Let's see. What else? It's okay, indeed. Yeah, absolutely. Just try to do something for everybody. If I can, Gillis. I think this is one of my favorite recipes Maggie has made, and it's not even ribs. I know. Gillis is another meatitarian. But yes, those of us, African, Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, if you miss those flavors, I'm telling you, this right here, and the chunks of eggplant, in there, I'm not going to say it's meat, but it definitely gives you like a fullness that it's meat-like. Yeah, cook or don't cook. I'm glad y'all are entertained. Let's see. I didn't do the chili powder. I know, y'all. It's a lot. Stir it up a little, darling. Yummy for all the tummies. We got Sherry in the house. She says it looks delicious and nutritious. Absolutely. All right. I just want that to puff up for me. I'm going to eat another one. Sumac is a street named, yeah, I don't know what sumac is, but here's the recipe. And I linked the original recipe in the description so you can get the original recipe creator. That's my Chat GPT copy. Bonnie, hello. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, it's a deep recipe. It's a lot. But I'm flying out tomorrow. Yes, Arnita has an eggplant in the fridge. That's the thing. I'm flying out tomorrow. And I was just trying to use up the produce that I had, and I had an eggplant. Hello, Christina is here. Okay, I think we got everybody. I'm going to tear up this last little piece. It's lemony. Yeah, if you like, that sumac has a little bit of brightness to it, but you could squeeze some lemon on this. That would be yummy. All right, I think we're good here. I'm not going to embarrass myself, but I'm going to get in here and tear this up and scoop up some more. But yeah, so I'll pack up the rest, serve it as a side dish. So let's see, again, y'all already know everything that's going on. We got the Ghana trip. Let's see what else we have. Oh, let me give you this, Quasia. Does it work? Thank you for the 99 cents. I appreciate you. I just appreciate y'all being here. All right, registration is open for the Finishing School for the Modern Woman. We got some students in the house. Lucy and I only teach it twice a year. So ladies or gentlemen, if you think you need some refining, if you have been told you're a little rough around the edges, y'all know I put the extra in extrovert. I had to take classes too. But if you want to move in certain spaces, we have an 8-week course We only do it twice a year. This year, we are renting a mansion. Thank you to our executive sponsor, Mr. President. And we are going to teach the classes on Zoom. And then in Atlanta, we're actually going to have like hands-on like workshops. And I'm going to have a house manager that's going to make sure those of you who want marriage and family are prepared. That's my calling. That's what's important to me. So 8-week course, I think the discount code is Elegance, and that's coming next month. Again, if you want to cruise with me, we are going to the Bahamas. I'll be turning 50 later this year. All are welcome on the Maggie Meetup Cruise, working with a real travel agent. Y'all know I can't do any of this. I'm just going to celebrate. But if you want to come, that's actually coming up soon in November. And then what else? I think that's it. Oh, if you want to go to Ghana with me in December, Nana and Papa will be there. We got several people that want to go to the motherland with me. So all of my courses, and I even have a free one. I have a free 30-day, what's it called? Little masterclass for y'all on communication with your man. It's important. All right. So all of that is at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. So thank you all so much for being here. Instagram and TikTok, you can see me, but I can't see you. Thank you, Kalis. Yeah, so flying out tomorrow. If you want to follow my travel content, just stay tuned, turn on your notifications. I'll be posting everything. All right, y'all. I'm about to enjoy myself. All right, everybody. Good night.